didn't hit me overnight. It was a very gradual process where it slowly sinks in that, yeah, your parents are famous. I had comparisons to my mom at the age of 18. It was a shocker. But I had to realize for myself that if I have chosen to be in this profession and I want to act, I have to deal with this on the side. I think over a period of films, I got groomed slowly, like a complete kacha nimbu. Well, I see myself continuing to do good work. I feel this is where I belong. I feel complete and whole when I'm doing what I do.
Hello everyone, this is Aina and welcome to Instant Bollywood. I am with someone who has captivated the audience with her performance for over a decade now and has graced Bollywood with such amazing performances and movies. Joining me in a conversation is none other than Esha Deol. Welcome.
Thank you.
It's so nice to meet you finally, and I've thought about this interview. I was telling Dipti for a while and I'm so glad that we're actually speaking today.
Yeah.
I want to start off by asking that, you had said that when you started off in Bollywood back in when you were 18, 19, there's a very young energy and you're very excited and there's a different zone that you're in. If there is something that you would want to change differently, what would that be?
Nothing, because what was then is what has shaped me into what I am today, and I'm glad for all that. You got to learn. You got to fall. You got to get hurt. You got to get up and learn how to heal it on your own.
Yeah.
That's what human beings
Learn,
how human beings learn, how human beings function.
Yeah. But you even said that back then you weren't very patient, you've become patient over the years. How did that change take place?
I mean, that you will also see after 10 years you sit and do my interview, you will be different. It happens because that age, I started at 18 and there's that, that zest and raring to go and a bit reckless and naive. So much, so much you learn. You definitely learn it the tough way. And of course, with life, there are phases when then as a woman you settle down, you have babies, and motherhood is something that I would say is one of the most beautiful experiences, and there's a certain therav that comes with that.
Yeah. No, everyone's told me this. Even Shilpa Shetty, be it Kajol, be it Sushmita Sen. I have taken these interviews in the recent time and they were all just like, motherhood has been such a turning point in their life that they were like, we can't explain it, jab hoga na.
Yeah, and every woman should experience it.
Yeah. What was the first instance where you realized that, your family are a very big deal? And eyeballs are on you, people are noticing what you all do, they're interested in your personal life besides professional, and if you remember vaguely how was that instance like?
It didn't hit me overnight. It was a very gradual process where it slowly sinks in that, yeah, your parents are famous, people want to take pictures with them. Back in the day there were a lot of autograph culture. So they would give autographs, and then you slowly see, and then you start watching their movies.
Yeah.
And then you start identifying with, okay, this is the family I'm in, and this is what they do, and somewhere you enjoy what they're doing because it's in your blood.
Yeah.
And I mean, with my school and all that, there was not much of importance given to kids who are from the industry. It was very normal.
Which school were you?
I was in Jamnabai.
Oh, right.
Yeah, and college was little funny. Sometimes people would come and ask me for an autograph and all. I definitely not started acting, nothing then, So that I found little funny. But then it sinks in.
Yeah.
It's a gradual process.
So back then, I know there weren't conversations on nepotism and stuff, and it's become now. Now it's become more of a thing. Does that make you protective towards your kids?
See, back then it wasn't there, it's there now. After some time it will not exist, something else will be there. So my kids are My kids, so they're also going to be tough nuts. That's how I would want them to be, independent, and making their choices, and I will support what they choose. I'm not going to shield them and say don't join this because you're going to not be able to handle this. No. I had comparisons to my mom at the age of 18. It was a shocker, but I had to realize for myself that if I have chosen to be in this profession and I want to act, I have to deal with this on the side.
But you know, like how Hemaji loved the fact that you and Ahana were like, you know, getting into dance as well, because you were a sports girl, and they really liked, she really wanted you guys to dance. Do you have that something that I want my kids to do this at least? Matlab ye thodi ichha hai.
My mom has it.
What is it?
That she wants them to dance and sing and everything. I mean, Indian cultural sort of upbringing, which we've had, you know, we had even learned Sanskrit as kids and all. But somewhere, see, again, my kids are seeing a similar culture while growing up. They know that we dance, we do films, we are very, very spiritual. So automatically now my daughters want to learn Sanskrit shlokas. They want to know to say certain prayers. They themselves are wanting to. In our family you can't push anyone. You are thrown into it and you can't escape it. So you are automatically in that atmosphere. I think meditation is lovely. Earlier I used to not understand meditation kaise karte hai, you know, but I think it's such a beautiful practice and it's part of my daily routine.
Does it help you? Like, I don't meditate, so I really get fascinated with the idea.
You don't have to do it because everyone else is doing it. It will come to you at a time when you need it and you need to do it, and then you'll enjoy it. It happened with me also like that.
Very naturally.
Very naturally.
You know, this year has been so great for the Deol family. एक लल था बॉलीवुड में जहाँ पे people were not going to the theatres. It has started happening again. Things have started to fall place वापस. Starting with Rocky Rani also, where Dharam ji has played the role. Then to Gadar, of course, which has done so well. And then Ek Dua, of course. Like, all of this has been so nice for the Deol family. What was your reaction when you got to know that about Dharam ji's on-screen kiss? Because I think that was the most beautiful part. My nani, she's 75. And for her, it was so refreshing. Like, even she enjoyed it. My parents have enjoyed it. I have enjoyed it. So it's like 3 generations.
There's no age limit to a kiss, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I mean, romance is forever.
Yeah. But you know, he has broken this stereotype and he's the first one to do that. Press conference में भी उन्होंने कहा था कि ये मेरा बाएं हाथ का खेल है. It's very cool. So what was your reaction when you got to know कि ये होने वाला है?
I didn't know.
Oh, you didn't know?
No, none of us knew.
None of us?
No one knew. That's how Papa.
Lovely.
Yeah.
And even the fact that Gadar did so well and you kept a screening, which was so sweet, and even the media was so like happy to see a reunion. How did that also happen?
First of all, reunion is something I don't understand.
Yeah.
It's very funny to hear that word. We are very private as a family and we've kept it that way and we are going to continue keeping it that way. This was a one-off where it very organically happened and you all saw us, you know, in a picture which was really well received and very overwhelmed the public got. So that was very sweet.
You know, I was speaking to Amisha Patel recently on Gadar's success and she mentioned how, you know, I asked her about male and female being treated differently and she said that probably she's okay with the fact that males are given that special importance because they are more bankable. Do you agree with something of that sort?
I think there are so many female oriented projects that are successful also.
Yeah.
So I think today's time the script is the hero.
Yeah, that's true.
You know.
Yeah. Even she said the same thing later on that in the end, male, female, it's the script.
It's the script
that makes a huge impact.
Yeah, makes a huge impact.
At a very early age, there were comparisons drawn. At that age, it gets very difficult to deal with because first time ho raha hai aapke sath. How did you see the graph of you getting immune to things and not getting affected?
Yeah, so I didn't expect it to be honest. I was just so like, yeah, okay, my film's coming and I'm you know, acting in movies and
Yeah.
something I've always wanted to do since a kid. And I did certain workshops, you know, everything you guess. That time there was not so much of prepping also. Now everyone's super groomed when they come in, you know. I think over a period of films I got groomed slowly, like a complete kacha nimbu. But I didn't expect it. But then when I saw my first movie, certain reviews and all, they were just straight away comparing me just to my mother, you know,
Yeah.
who's already done 200 films. And it was my first film, and then they do it in my second film, third film, and then I'm like, okay, this is something that I'm gotta get used to. I mean, if I'm going to let this get to me, then I'm not in the right profession. If I'm in this profession, this is going to be part and parcel of it
Your life.
throughout.
Yeah.
So be ready for it and do your work.
Yeah. Was there ever a point where you felt extremely attached to a film and loved the filming of that? Which would that be?
No, most of the films, yeah. Like, you know, it can't be just one film, because when you're doing a film, you're doing a project, you're in it. The entire unit is like a lovely family.
Yeah.
And there's so many memories you take back with each film, you know. So for me, every film of mine has been.
Did you ever feel like on paper ये script अच्छी होगी, ये film अच्छी होगी, मैं कर लूँगी, but halfway through the project
Yeah, that happens.
वो realize हो जाता है?
Yeah.
Okay.
But then you're committed to it.
Yeah, you have to finish it. Talking about one more thing which I really want to say is, I feel like I've seen your interviews, of course, and I feel like it doesn't do justice to your beauty, the camera, because you're so pretty in reality.
Sweet.
Genuinely. And I feel like I can't tell, you're a mother. How have you maintained your vanity over years?
Discipline. I think with over the years, one tends to get more and more disciplined, you know.
Yeah.
I live a very disciplined lifestyle.
So it's like waking up early, eating right.
And I love it. I don't complain about it. I love, for me, I love it.
Wow. So, and you've inculcated that in your children. Are
As
they
much,
also-
see, with the, now they're still chotu, you know, but with age, they will also become disciplined to an extent of how much they want to take it.
Yeah.
But one is never, it's not that I was always a disciplined.
It happened.
Yeah, it happened.
With you know, times changing now, OTT, you there also you made your debut. What do you have to say? How are you pursuing? Like, what's your aim? कि यहाँ से अब कहाँ जाना है? Because national awards happened. You've come back again. Where do you see yourself? How do you want to position yourself now?
Well, I see myself continuing to do good work.
Yeah.
I feel this is where I belong.
Yeah.
I feel complete and whole when I'm doing what I do, what I love doing.
Yeah.
And I am just, you know, looking for good work, and I will continue doing so. And there's no particular, like, I want to win this or I want it. This also happened because my heart, I follow my heart. I think from my heart, with Ek Dua, I felt I should make this. It happened and it's reached where it should reach.
True.
So you do work with that hope that, you know, you at the end of the day, an actor wants to go back home feeling satisfied कि मैंने आज अच्छा काम किया है.
True. And even on days where, you know, probably work's not doing the best, how do you kind of convince yourself? Because, you know, there was a time you weren't working.
Yeah.
How did you keep your ambition to rest? Because there was so much zest, like you
See,
said.
but the time I was not actively doing films, I was very distracted because I settled down.
Yeah.
And I was enjoying that entire phase because I never experienced it to that extent because I was so busy from the age of 18 just working on a film set.
Yeah.
So that kind of, you know, that all I didn't have or experience. So when it came to me, I was enjoying it. And of course, then motherhood happened.
Yeah.
So for a woman, then you get so soaked into it and you're enjoying that because that is also a very important, beautiful phase in a woman's life.
Of course.
Having said that, I always felt that this is something I will go back to doing. That soft spot, that there's a huge place in my heart for my work.
Yeah.
And that Esha, you know, as we all have different roles we play with every dynamic of every relation in our life. And for ourselves, what we do, I feel, is our profession, our work. That's what keeps us sane.
Right.
So that's where you go back to.
Wish you all the very best.
Thank you.
And thank you so much for
Thank
chatting.
you. Hi, this is Esha Deol. Please like, share and subscribe to Instant Bollywood.